Hey everybody, this is Josh
And I'm Alli.
with Rock Star Vapes. Today we're talking about the Spirit RDA by Empire Kings. I'm going to do a little review and a build for you, so stick around. So we're going to go ahead and jump down up close and personal with this Spirit RDA, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it, and I'm going to go ahead and build a dual coil 28 gauge build with some Kanthal, and going to look to get right about 0.5, 0.6 ohms. So let's go down up close. Alright, so here we have the Spirit RDA. When you purchase it, this is how it comes, except for the air holes. We'll get into that in a second. It is a triple post style meant for dual coil. There are dual airflow holes. No drip tip is included with this RDA. There's a little logo on the front. Going to be kind of hard to see with my video camera's quality. Sorry about that, guys. But you can see there is some styling to it. There are these little like notches engraved all the way around. Pretty decent little looking RDA. Got this lip up top, and all my drip tips have fit just fine. And you see it goes all the way through the drip tip hole. There is no lip there, so whatever bore your drip tip has will be all the way through. I like that though because it's easy to drip on. Just pop my drip tip out and drip away, so I don't have to take the hood off every time. Now I mentioned the airflow holes. These are not stock airflow holes. These are drilled out to 1/8. They were kind of small in the beginning, pretty tight draw, so I had to open them up a little bit with a drill press. And the store I bought this at actually did that for me for free. The Vape Shop of Pensacola. When you buy an RDA, you can get your holes drilled out for free upon purchase. Anything after that is like $5. You get your post holes drilled out. You can take one of your RDAs in and they'll drill them out. So that's a pretty good deal they got going on at the vape shop. All stainless steel construction. Phillips head screws up top. Pretty good quality. The threads are pretty nice. The post holes are pretty good size. I haven't had any problem with any builds. It was a pain in the butt to try and get dual parallel 24 gauge in there. That took me a lot of effort. I wouldn't recommend your big crazy builds unless you go ahead and get these drilled out. But stock, it's not bad. I do dual parallel 28 gauge on a day-to-day basis, and they fit just fine. You got dual O-rings. It makes for a nice, tight, snug fit. Non-adjustable center pin, not a big deal. I do kind of wish that it would stick out just a little more, but it's fired on every device I've tried it on. The Nemesis, the Turtle Ship, the Magneto, so it's not a big deal. Yeah, pretty good quality. I like it. It's good RDA, and it's authentic for a good price, made in America. You can't beat that. The threads on the 510 are nice and smooth. No issues there. So let's go ahead and jump into the build, guys. We are going to do a dual 28 gauge micro coil. You'll notice I have one coil already made right there, and I will go ahead and make that second coil on camera, and we want to match that as close as possible. I've got 6 wraps going around a 1mm flathead. Alright, and I grab myself a nice little leg to work with, hold it tight, and for me the key to nice tight coils are getting them tight in the beginning when you're coiling them. So you want to do a nice steady pressure, go nice and slow. This is not a speed competition, and get them all lined up as tight as possible without overlapping. And then you don't have to worry about squeezing them and playing with them too much while they're mounted. It's a lot easier to just do it nice and slow like that. And another thing that helps is these screwdrivers with the lip. You just push it up nice and tight against that lip, and it'll take any gaps out. So then you're left with a nice clean coil. Also helps if you got some pliers. Hold your coil, grab one of your legs and pull tight. Grab the other leg, pull tight, and you should end up with a beautiful little coil there. Just like that. Alright? And you want, when you're doing dual coil or quad coil or anything, you want all the coils to match up as much as possible. So, then we get our RDA again. Got our screws backed out. Long leg through the negative, short leg through the positive. Alright. Grab our other coil. Put our long leg in. Like so. And our short leg in. Alright. Now what we're going to do is try and get them evenly spaced away from the posts. You want all the legs to be about the same length, or at least the two negative legs to be the same length and the two positive legs to be the same length, because some people like to angle their coils outwards or inwards. So there we go. Gonna start tightening them down. Now you want these nice and tight to make a connection, but you don't want to over tighten them and snap one of the light leads off. I did this video once already, and I did just that. I snapped one of the legs off. So what you are seeing is take 2. Alright. Get those wires up out of the way, and we'll tighten down the center post. And there we go. Everything's nice and tight without being too tight. Good connection everywhere. And we will snip these excess wires out of the way. Just like that. Clean it up. Got a piece of wire in the keyboard. Alright. We'll push those legs up tight to the posts so it won't snag our cotton. And then you just stick your screwdriver back into the coil, and you can kind of tighten that coil up and pull out. And that'll get everything nice and tight. Same thing on the other side. And you want them to be as symmetrical as possible. Alright, looking pretty good so far. Gonna squeeze those guys up together. And then we go to our mod, and we will fire them and see what we're looking like. Alright, we got some hot spots. So we'll tighten that up. Like so. Just heat your coil up. Nice and red hot. And then squeeze and hold. Let it cool down. And it will hold its shape. Fire your coil up. Squeeze and hold. Alright. There we go. Glowing nice and evenly on both sides. They're firing up at the same time. Heating from the inside out. No hot spots. That's exactly what you want. Now we'll throw this on the ohm meter and see what we're reading at. There we go. And we are looking at 0.5, right where we wanted to be. Alright, now you grab yourself some cotton. This is a brand new ball of organic cotton. I like to just try and find where it is connected itself at and then just unroll it like a carpet. So then you have plenty to work with. Alright. And remember, guys, with this cotton, less is more. You don't want to choke it out. I know you want to have enough to hold plenty of juice so you don't have to drip every 1 or 2 times. But too much cotton is definitely a bad thing, because then you'll be messing up your airflow. We just roll it up like finger tight, just enough to get a point on it, and thread it through that first coil like so. And what I'm going to do here, I like to call the Leo Lee SU wick, where I thread through one, go over the center post, and thread through the other, all with one piece of coil. All with one piece of cotton, excuse me. And the reason for that is so that when I'm dripping, without taking the top cap off, that juice, I don't have to really tilt to the side and all that. I can just drip straight down. It'll hit this juice and travel throughout the wick and go exactly where I want it to. So you're going to end up with something like that. Alright? You got it through one coil, over the top post, through the other coil. Then you take these pieces of cotton and tuck up under that coil once, come back around, and tuck it up under there again. Alright? Get your scissors, snip all that excess cotton off, like so. Then we will go to the other side and do the same thing. Tuck up under there once and twice. So now you kind of have a little bit of a cotton cloud going on under that coil. And I have a little bit too much. This is how you want it to look. You don't want it to be blocking the coil all the way up under the coil. Over here you see I have a little bit too much cotton, so what we're going to do is pull that out and clean it up a little bit. Like so. We'll tuck that back down up under the coil so the whole coil is exposed. Like that. Alright. Then we're going to go ahead and juice it with some of this delicious snake eyes. And yes, it's a very big bottle with 118 mils, but that's how much I love this stuff, guys. Now this first go around, it's going to hold quite a bit of juice to get it saturated fully. All nice and wet. Like so. Alright. Gonna give it another quick read on the ohmmeter. 0.7. Jumped up a little bit. That happens sometimes though, once you wick it and everything. Whoa. Way too much. Alright. So we'll take this guy out of here. Put it on our mod. And look at action. Now I did overjuice it a little bit, so it's not firing that great yet. Once this coil's caramelized a little bit, everything will be a lot better. Alright, so let's go up to the main screen, vape on it, and talk about it.
Alright, so y'all saw me do a pretty simple build there. The vapor production's not bad. And that's not really saying anything about the RDA itself. That is going to be what build you put in it. I like it. Very simple, good clean lines. Looks good on most mods. I like it on this Magneto with my Vape Life, a drip tip. Definitely recommend drilling the air holes out. I purchased mine at the Vape Shop of Pensacola here in Pensacola, Florida. They're located out on Beverly Parkway. There will be a link to their Facebook below. Alli is having a laugh attack. Don't mind her. Definitely a good RDA. I like it. Let's get the ladies' opinion on it. What do you think about that one? No.
Yes, you did.
What do you think?
Like you said, it's simple, but I like that. It's kind of heavy for me, but it works. Easy to build, as you saw in the video. Gets my stamp of approval, the Alli stamp of approval. So, don't forget to like us and subscribe. This is my first time. Sorry, I'm awkward.
Oh yeah, introducing Alli,
Hey.
the newest member of the Rock Star Vapes team. So yeah, like she said, please like, subscribe, and share. Tell us what you think in the comments below. Hopefully you'll see more of Alli here. And remember to vape like a rock star. Take it easy, guys. Until next time.